Hi everyone, hope you're having an awesome day. Um, I'm here to show you a fun technique using some of our decorative rings and filigrees and layering windows and components that have an opening in the center. So for instance, some of them may be large hoops and they just have an opening where you can layer and stack pieces to create a unique focal. So we have a whole bunch of them and there's just so many possibilities with creating maybe an embossed or etched blank to stack behind, or just taking another component like a decorative piece and gluing it behind a component and then layering another one. So attaching these with glue. This has been done. This here is the same filigree. I'm going to show the techniques. This is our perennial passage, which has this nice opening. A handmade clay bead, and another filigree, and then wrapping to hold those pieces together. So this is glue and filigree. Just a lot of fun different ideas. So here's one more. This is a stone set in a prong setting and then layered behind this beautiful water lily with another filigree in the back holding that together. So I love taking 3 different components and putting them together in some way to make something really unique. So this piece here is using, like I said, our perennial passage filigree. I'm using 2 of them though to stack back to back to create a double-sided piece like this. And then I'm going to add our looped layering window on top just for a pretty accent. So on this one, I dry brushed a little bit of our marble patina. It kind of has like a bluish purple tinge to it. It's really pretty, but it's just because I lightly just dry brushed some on. So I'm going to go ahead and shake that bottle until you hear the mixing ball. I'll just stick this right on top quickly. I'm just going to really use a small amount of patina. So I have my nonstick craft sheet there. What did I do with the paintbrush? Here we are. So I'm going to just pick up some patina on this flat paintbrush and go ahead and brush it on like so. And have a paper towel handy then to just kind of wipe and remove some. I just want a really faint look and color added to the filigree. You could of course use any color or apply a heavier amount if you want a little bit more saturated color. I'm just looking for something really kind of faint. You could do the back side or you could just leave it the natural brass. Either way, it doesn't take long to brush on some patina, and then make sure you get your brush in some water right away so that doesn't dry on it. So the patina does clean with water, however it's permanent when applied. So you don't need a sealer if you feel like you want maybe a little bit of added protection to the patina. You could use our glaze and just brush over a thin layer, but with the filigree, I mean, it's fine as is. Honestly, I'm just going to leave it like this and not apply any type of glaze. I am going to take a sunshine polishing cloth though, and then go over and polish up some of that. So you're going to see there how you're going to get some shine with your brass. You could use our Vintaj metal reliefing block, and I would use this light gray, the smooth side that's polishing. So that works as well for this. The reason I like this polishing cloth for filigree is you can really get inside all these little like nooks and crannies and in the corners of these pieces. So I just love the look of brightening up the brass and getting those details to pop. I guess it kind of has like a grayish tone to it. That's probably why I like it so much. Okay, so we have those pieces ready. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these together. So this one you could see I left natural brass. So you're going to take them back to back, stack them like this, and I'm just going to simply attach them with 5mm rib cable jump rings. You could use our smooth jump rings as well. And okay, so once you layer your filigrees, you're going to look at a petal, the tip of a petal here. Let's see if I can get this to show you a little bit easier. So this first large hole, you go down from the tip of the petal, you're going to skip that and go down one more to that second larger hole right there. And that's where I'm going to be placing my jump rings through. So what you could do is, to make it easier, because we're layering these, you could use a metal awl and kind of slightly enlarge them there. And then make sure you go ahead and do that to your second piece as well. Okay. And then you could also do this once you have it layered. Once you jump ring, you know, part of it together, it won't bend on you as much then. It gets tricky once you attach your jump rings and then you have to add it to the second side. So I'm going to go across from the top to this bottom petal and do that same thing. Like I said, I'm just slightly twisting this. Make sure I have my top and bottom. Did I just turn this guy? Let's see. It's the top. So with the bottom, because I added extra dangles here, you could see, I've also attached it to the petal to the right and to the left. Okay, so now I'm going to take those two and just sandwich them together. I'm going to use my 2 pairs of chain nose pliers to open and close my jump rings. And remember, with jump rings, you just want to hold your 2 pliers. I have my little slit in the jump ring here, and I'm going to pull towards me and away from me. We don't ever want to pull out, because that's going to ruin that nice circular shape. You won't be able to get it back. So I'm going to string or attach one jump ring through that loop and get my second one in there. Alright, there we go. I don't know if you could hear that, but somebody is cutting down a tree or doing something with a saw outside. It's pretty loud, so hopefully that's not distracting you. You know, things like that always tend to happen when I start a video. Pretty soon, I'm sure the train or fire whistle will go off. Okay, so go ahead and close up this jump ring to secure. So now I have my 2, which is the top of my focal, which will be where I would attach my bead strands. Now from the bottom, you could always sandwich something in between here. If you first wanted to glue a plank that maybe you've embossed or done some kind of decorative or mixed media technique to, you could sandwich it in between and then close these up, which would be pretty. I just wanted a simple pendant with an, you know, a decorative opening. So that's why I left the center open of this one. But really, possibilities are endless. You could do a whole lot of different fun techniques. Now you could use your chain nose pliers to kind of grip these and bring them back together to tighten this up. So now I could stop right there if I wanted to. Because I did this chain fringe here, I added 2 more jump rings to either side. So I'm just going to leave it there for now and show you then with this layering window, attaching that. So I'm going to leave this natural brass. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with that sunshine polishing cloth and brighten up all the pretty ornate pattern on here. Like that. And then you're going to use an industrial strength adhesive. There's a lot on the market. And that's how I'm going to adhere these pieces together. So go ahead and I'm just going to use the tip of my metal awl because this cleans off easily. And I'm going to apply a little bit of this E6000 or whatever type of adhesive you prefer onto the back side of this looped layering window. And these are like little the flower section. You're going to be able to tell that there's like little flowers attached, apply some of the adhesive to those areas. Not much. Okay, so now that we have, do one more little bit. Okay, and then go ahead and clean off your tool or whatever it is that you applied the glue to. So with this one, you could see I put the loop facing up. Of course, you could turn this to the side here, so my jump rings are here. You know, you could do this way. The reason I did this way is I actually used this bottom loop to attach my middle section of chain from. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this down. Feels like I might need a little bit more glue. I'm going to actually go in on here now, I think, and put down some. Let's see if that helps. Yep, I can feel it grip. Okay, so once you set this in place, you're going to want to push down a little bit, hold it down, and then you're going to let it adhere for, I let it sit for a few hours, sometimes even overnight. A lot of times in the past you may have seen me use binder clips to clamp things down together to help adhere them. Something that's more flat like this is what I use those for, because this one's a little bit raised and a different shape. I'm just going to go ahead and see how it does by setting it down to adhere like that. So yeah, you could see how quick and easy it is to make something really ornate and beautiful and layered. Photos behind here would be lovely. I think that'd be pretty. This is a great idea for creating ornaments or gift toppers as well. Just a fun decorative little kind of fob or different piece that you could hang from something. This is really pretty. So yeah, it's as simple as that. And be sure to check out our pendant section and designer series section of our website. That's where you're going to see a lot of these components. So I'll just kind of show you a few extras. We have beautiful circular shapes, and then some that have a little bit more of a decorative shape to them, but all of these I'm using have some sort of opening so they could be stacked and layered. Some are hollow back, some are flat back. Things with the hollow back to them is nice for hammering flat. That's what I did with this piece here. So this filigree ring started off like this, and this was just hammered flat. You could use a hammer or just simply take your chain nose pliers and go around and start smashing this down. So just squeeze and move the ring around, and you're going to get more of that flat shape. So that's easy for gluing and layering. And that's what I did on this piece. I brushed a little bit of our verdigris patina on that. Have this piece glued to the back of this tiered donut. Great piece. This has been in our line since the beginning. Around 2005, this piece has been a favorite of mine. I have not designed with it in a long time, so I was excited to make this piece. I'm gonna, as soon as I get off video here, I'm gonna actually finish this into a necklace to put up in our idea gallery for you. So I hope you can come up with some fun and inspiring ideas using these decorative components, and happy designing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Bye.